Hello 6-2 students. Today we're going to talk about lesson 7.3 from Math in Focus, where you're learning how to simplify algebraic expressions. So we're going to learn how to combine some like terms. So I've developed kind of a quick card game and an example to kind of show you, and if you have cards at home, it's something you could try. It kind of helps you understand how we sort terms to be with like terms and then combine them, put them together. All right, again, this is lesson 7.3. Today my phone's not hanging from the chandelier. I'm trying to hold it, so I'm sorry if we're moving around a little bit. All right, I found a simple deck of cards. Oh, I don't know if you call it simple. I found a deck of Christmas cards. They have mostly similar things to a regular deck of cards. If you notice, there are going to be hearts and diamonds, and there are some hiding clubs and spades in here. If you have face cards in your deck of cards and you're trying this at home, you could remove them, or you could just call them tens or something like that to make it really simple. And we're just going to really tune into what symbol we see with them. So our hearts are going to get an H today. Our diamonds, well, diamond starts with D, so we're going to use a D. Clubs start with C, so we're going to use a C for our clubs, and S for our spades. And I just tried to do a quick sketch Schumann style just to kind of show you how we're going to record these. Today we're going to start our card game by drawing 5 cards. When we're done, we're going to check to see if our answer is in ABC order, and if we get really good, we might move on and we might try to draw 8 cards or even include negatives that you might see on your worksheet next time you're trying to work with algebraic expressions. All right, so to start, let's draw some 5 cards. So hopefully you have some cards at home sitting around. These were pretty hard for me to find actually, so I hope that you have something that's not too difficult to locate. All right, if you notice, I kind of want to sort these into groups. Looks like they kind of sorted themselves, doesn't it? So to get myself started here, I'm going to try to prop my hand so that we're not moving around quite so much. And I'm going to try to put all of my like symbols together. So here I see I have some spades. I'm going to put all my spades in order. I also have hearts and diamonds. While they're the same color, they definitely are different symbols. So I'll try to lay these out so that you can kind of see them. All right, next we want to do some recording. So did I have any hearts? This first column, I sure did. I had 4, right? A 4 of hearts, so I'm going to record a 4 underneath it. And next you'd say, do you have any diamonds? Yep, I absolutely did. I had 5 of diamonds. Did we have any clubs? No, these are actually spades way over here, so no clubs. I could maybe put a 0 there just to keep track. But I do have some spades that I need to record. I have 5 of spades, a 2 of spades, and a 7 of spades. So if we're thinking about combining like terms, we're going to total those up. We're going to see what we end up with in each of those columns. So when I add 4 hearts with nothing, I'm going to end up with 4 hearts. So I'm really using algebra to represent the symbol that goes with it, right? How about here? If I have 5 diamonds, I add nothing to it. I still have 5 diamonds. Next, I had 0 clubs. I could write 0C, but hopefully you recognize if we add 0 to anything, well, it's kind of the same as just keeping it the way it was. So we might not have to include this in a moment, just food for thought. And next to my spades, I have 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 7 more is 14. 14 spades. Well, I've combined like terms. I put together everything that was alike. I can't combine these anymore because hearts aren't quite like diamonds, aren't quite like spades. But I can show you that I'm trying to put them all together, meaning all together with some addition. This is an okay answer. You might get a smiley face from your teacher or something like that, but you probably could step it up and you could look at my hints over here which say, check to see if you're in alphabetical order. So when we can, we try to put our variables in a sequenced order so that way our answer looks like somebody else's. So using my variables, my H, my D, and my S, which one would come first? Hopefully you'd say the D would come first, the diamonds. 5 of diamonds comes first, plus 4 of those hearts in alphabetical order, and last, those 14 spades. This is the final answer that we'd be looking for as a simplified expression or after combining like terms. Let's try another one and see how we do. So again, I'm going to try to draw 5 cards for you. I'm going to try to, maybe I put another sheet of paper over that and it will be better to work with. Let's see if I can do that while you wait. I so miss having my classroom technology. I cannot even tell you. And I miss seeing you each day too, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to try to draw 5 cards again. If you have paper in front of you, you might want to start with hearts, diamonds, clubs, spades, kind of like I did. And I'm going to flip 5 cards and hope for something different. 3, 4, 5. 5 cards. All right, Again, our mission today is to try to sort these so that they're in some sort of an order. So I'm gonna put my clubs with clubs. I'm going to put my diamonds with diamonds. They're already kind of there, aren't they? And last, my spades with spades. All right, let's do some recording. So did we have any hearts? Nope, no hearts, so I won't record anything here. Did we have any diamonds? Yes, I had 1 diamond and then 4 more. And some of you might want to actually write 1D plus 4D here, and that's okay to do. That way you remember that they're diamonds when we're done totaling things up. Did I have any clubs? I did. Over here I had some clubs. I had 1 club and 8 more clubs that I can put together because they're alike or like terms. And last, I did have an 8 of spades, so I had 8 spades to deal with. All right, when we're combining like terms, I'm kind of done with my cards here. I'm going to move those out of the way. We're really adding up in columns. So I'm going to say, well, how many total diamonds did we get? If I added these together, I'd have 5 diamonds. How many total clubs did we receive? 9 clubs. And how many total spades did I get? 8 spades. It's kind of like having a 0 down here if you want to show that. And I want to show you that I'm trying to put them all together. I just can't put them together any more than this because they're not any more alike. So this will get you a smiley face from your teacher. But what have I told you that you might want to do to get yourself full credit, or maybe that shining star? Well, we could put them in ABC order, couldn't we? So what would come first alphabetically with our variables? Maybe you notice this time it would be the clubs, and next would be the diamonds, and next would be the spades. And an answer like this is in simplest form. Even though it looks a little bit funny, we call these terms. We ended up with 1, 2, 3 terms because we had 1, 2, 3 unlike variables. And this will probably get you a shining blue star. All right, we're gonna try another round, same way, and then I'm gonna try to introduce you to something a little more challenging if you're up for it. So I'm gonna flip this over and see if we have a little bit of space. At the top of your page, you might record kind of like I have, hearts, diamonds, clubs, spades. You know what? It just occurred to me that if I put those in a different order, they'd already be alphabetical, wouldn't they? So which one would come first in the alphabet? Hopefully you'd recognize that would be the C or the clubs. So you're gonna see me draw my crazy club. Kind of looks like a 3-leaf clover. C for clubs. All right, next I have D for diamonds. So I'll try to draw you a quick diamond and call it D for diamonds. Next I'd have hearts, H for hearts. And last I'd have spades, S for spades. So notice that algebra is kind of like a shorthand. It's just a way of us showing kind of an abbreviated form of what we're looking at. Those variables would represent numbers down the road, or kind of like you saw in your lesson the other day. But this is just to get us kind of the idea of how to combine like terms. All right, 5 more cards. 3 of diamonds, 2 of hearts, 1 of spades. We're getting a little bit of everything. 3 of clubs, 6 of clubs. All right, I've drawn 5 cards. I'm gonna go ahead and put them down here. So my 3 is diamonds. I'm gonna put it here with the D terms. My 2 is hearts. So I'm gonna put a 2H here for the H terms. My 1 is a spade, so it goes here, a 1S for spades. Notice I have to make that S kind of small so it doesn't get misconstrued as a 5. Or a digit. It's a variable, isn't it? And last I have my clubs here. I had 3 clubs and 6 clubs, so I'm just gonna record them in a column here. 6 clubs, and remember I get to add these together. So we'll just add across. I end up with 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 clubs. I have 3 diamonds. I still have 2 hearts, and I still have 1 spade. If I total these up and try to put them together, this is as close as we can get. And if you notice, they're already in ABC order because of the way I made my groups. I put my groups in order this time. So shining blue star for you. I need to tell you, heads up, this could happen. This 1S could show up a different way in algebra. Oftentimes, there's something that they get rid of that you don't even need to see, and it's the 1. The coefficient of 1 can be removed. We don't remove any of the other coefficients, or we wouldn't know that we have 9 clubs, or 3 diamonds, or 2 hearts, for instance. But if you see an S, that's really the same as seeing 1S, isn't it? So this might even get you 2 shimmering blue stars from your teacher. I'm guessing some of you are really getting the hang of this, so I'm going to stretch your thinking a little bit farther. What if we draw more cards? How are we going to do that? Give me a second here. I'll grab some more paper. Again, we call this simplifying, or it might say combine like terms. So how about we try drawing 8 cards this time? We'll draw 8. And if you remember, my clubs came first. I'm trying to see through my paper. My diamonds came next. My hearts came third, and my spades came fourth if I think about ABC order. Now you won't always have terms with variables on them. Today I do because my card deck does, but when we get to our worksheet, you're gonna see that sometimes that works a little bit differently. So let's draw 8 cards. A 2 of clubs. I'm gonna record a 2 here, 2 clubs. 6 of hearts. I'm gonna record the 6 with the hearts. A 7 of clubs. A 6 of diamonds. An 8 of hearts. A 2 of diamonds. How many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotta keep going. A 3 of hearts. And one more card. A 1 of hearts. Which again, I could just write as an H there if I wanted to. Well, funny, I didn't get any spades this time. We get to total this up and see what it looks like with a simplified expression. So probably good to remember that those C's, D's, H's, and S's at the top were just labels. So I kind of separate them out so that I don't accidentally add them on, because that would represent one C if I wasn't careful. Well, 2 clubs plus 7 clubs makes 9 clubs. 6 diamonds plus 2 diamonds makes 8 diamonds. 6 plus 8 makes 14, plus 3 more, 17, plus 1 more, 18. 18 hearts. How do I show that I'm trying to put all these things together? Oh, addition all together. Not that scary when you think about combining like terms, right? So the next thing I want us to think about is continuing maybe with drawing 8 cards. That would be fun. But the next thing I want to challenge you to do, because some of you are probably up for the challenge, is to think about positives and negatives. So my rules have changed a little bit. I'm going to let you think a little bit about my black cards. Hold up, are they black in this deck? They are. My black cards are positive. If you're in the black when you're keeping track of your accounting, things are good, right? You have money. My red cards, you don't want to be in the red. Not so good. Those are called negatives. It's kind of like owing money. So let's just take this one step farther for those of you who can handle it, and I think it might help us with our worksheet today. So black cards are going to be positives, red cards are going to be negatives, kind of like a subtraction. If I think about negatives on the number line, negatives always move me backwards on the number line, right? The numbers are getting smaller. And positives move me forwards or to the right. The numbers are always getting larger, okay? Let's go ahead and give this a try. So I'm gonna do a quick sketch out of my card choices. Clubs, diamonds, oops, I was gonna draw it and I didn't. Well, I guess that can be my letter D and I'll just draw a diamond with it. And this is my clubs, okay? Next I need my hearts. So I'll draw it and label it. And next I need my spades. Those are harder for me to draw for some reason. Okay, we're ready. Let's go ahead and do some flipping of cards. Let's just start with 5. I have a 6 of clubs. Nope, a 6 of spades, but notice that it's black. So this 6 of spades belongs with a positive number because it's black. So I'm going to put a 6S here. It's positive. It's kind of like I'm adding it on. I can put a little plus in front of it so that I don't forget. There's one card. All right. Ooh, I have a 3 of spades next. So I feel like I might be drawing from the wrong deck of cards, but that's all right. We'll deal with it. A 3 of spades is next, and that's another positive, okay, because it's black. How about here? 5 of hearts. And, woo, did you see that that was red? I'm going to take away 5 of your hearts. I'm going to put a little subtraction in front of that. That's a negative number. It's going to move us back on the number line. Next, I have a 7 of hearts. That's red. It's going to get a little subtraction sign up front, or a little negative. That's a negative 7 hearts. And one more card for fun. 4 of clubs, and it looks like that's black, so that's going to be positive. 4 clubs goes over here. Let's go ahead and combine these. So 4 clubs plus no clubs makes still 4 clubs. I didn't have any diamonds, so I'm just going to kind of skip that. Ooh, over here. You didn't have any hearts, and I took 5 away from you, or you owe me 5. And then you borrow 7 more. How much do you owe me now? If you think about moving backwards on the number line to negatives, starting at 0 and moving backwards, you'd be at -5. And moving backwards even farther, you'd be at -12. This is a negative 12 hearts. You owe me 12 hearts when you get them, when you get paid. Last I have positives. 6 spades plus 3 spades makes 9 spades. And I want to show you that I'm putting all these things together. So this would be one possible answer. Okay. If you notice, there's also another way that I could record this. Those of you in 7th grade math might be thinking about that. Whenever you see a plus, a negative, if I'm going to add negatives to you, it's the same as just taking away. So another way of recording this, might be hard to think about for some of us who haven't seen this before, is something like this. This is also a correct answer. And it might get you those, 2 green stars. All right, we're gonna try one more round like this, drawing 5 with positives and negatives, and then I'm gonna stop my video just so that you have an opportunity to practice this at home and give it some good thinking when you are combining like terms. We'll take a look at a worksheet to go with this for tomorrow. All right, so let's see here. At the top, I kind of have my clubs, my diamonds, my hearts, my spades. Let's go ahead and draw 5 cards, although for some reason this isn't much of a deck. So let me shuffle this up a little bit and see what we get. All right, first card. 2 of hearts. Ooh, but it's red. So what kind of 2 is this? It's a negative 2, right? Or a subtract 2, we might say. I'm putting it underneath the hearts, but I'm showing that negative up front. All right, let's see what else I get. Hopefully it's mixed up a little bit. Oh, it's not very mixed up today. All right, a negative 6. H. I said it's negative because it's red. Let's hope for something different. Oh my gosh, I'm on a roll. Next, I have a negative 1 of hearts. So I'm calling it negative because reds are negatives for this game, right? Ooh, thank goodness. Something to think about, something different. These are clubs and it's black, so this 7 of clubs is positive. It's kind of like making money, right? That's kind of a good thing. 6th graders usually like to make money. Last card. Not super excited about that one. I'm throwing it back. Don't tell. In the background, you can hear me doing this. Okay. Flipping cards till I find one I like. All right. And this last card that I have is another black card. It's a spade. So it's a positive 7S. I'm going to go ahead and add these up if I can. 7 clubs with no clubs makes 7 clubs, right? No diamonds plus no diamonds. Well, I can leave that alone. How about here? I move backwards on the number line 2. You owe me 2 hearts. But then I move backwards another 6. Now you owe me 8 hearts. And I move backwards another 1. Now you owe me 9 hearts. And last, these spades. They didn't really get combined with anything. We're going to show addition in between our terms. We have 3 terms again. And you'll get yourself a green star. Emerald star, not too bad. But those of you who are thinking 7th grade math, what could we do here to simplify our notation? To write this in another way that would still be accurate and a little bit simpler or shorter. Maybe you remember that adding negatives is the same as just subtracting. So I'm going to do something like this for us, just to show you how to get yourself 2 emerald stars today. So double stars. All right, something that didn't happen in my game that makes me a little bit bummed about is combining positives and negatives. So I'm going to see if I can come up with something like that. You know what? That wouldn't happen, would it? Okay, well, food for thought. When we go into our worksheet, we are going to see some problems that have, let's pretend I have 7 A's plus 4 B's minus 3 A's. Well, in this case, I have A's and B's, and I have to sort them into 2 groups, right? So A's are not like B's, so they get 2 different groupings or columns. And I'm going to start in order and record them for you. So this 7A really belongs here. He belongs to the A team, okay? The 4 really belongs to the B team. But I want you to be really careful when we go to grab this guy, because sitting in front of him is a subtraction. And this subtraction is glued to him. It's kind of like Alexander in the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. This is not just a 3A. This is actually a take away 3 A's or subtract 3 A's or a negative 3 A's. We're going to see that on our worksheet either today or tomorrow. So I want you to be aware of that. Another way of doing this might be a good idea. I could take all of my A's and put them in, say, circles. Okay, circles are cool for A's. When I do that, I have to make sure that I grab the sign right in front of the term. So this not only gets the 3 A's, it gets a negative or subtract 3 A's. Well, I need to use a different shape for that 4B. So tomorrow when we do our activity, I might use some coding kind of like this. Maybe it gets a square or a box. So I'm going to put my square B's in one column and my circular A's in another. That's another way to use kind of a coding strategy and make sure that you don't miss those subtractions or those negatives. We never found a final answer on this, so I'm just leading you a little bit ahead into what you're going to see on your worksheet soon. If I had 7 A's and I took 3 A's away from you, you would have 4 A's left. It's just like 7 take away 3, isn't it? But what about this? 4 B's plus nothing? Oh, I still have 4 B's. What goes between these to show that we're trying to combine like terms, but these just aren't alike? This is as close as we can get. We'll show that with addition. And here's a final answer. If you notice, it's already in ABC order with our variables, so we'd be done. I hope you have a pile of cards laying around somewhere that give you an opportunity to try some of this, or at least think about it, so that when we go to combine like terms on our worksheet or in our activity with our notes, that it's a little more familiar and a little more fun. Thanks for watching. Take care, 6-2.